Hello, hello, and welcome back to the big show as the team and I prepare to brave the bitterest of byways below Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. That's right, folks, it's time. We've been called up, busted into the bigs. We made the majors. Finally, got a part in the show. It's max level dungeon time. I mean, I've been holding back, hesitant to pull the trigger on this, but now that Buffy and the kids have finally graduated from Sunnydale High and made their way up into the little green level here, I think it's time for us to start taking some risks now that the kids are out in the workaday world. It's it's time to get a little crazy. I mean, I could come home early from work for a little afternoon delight with the missus if I want. It's not like Buffy and her stupid schoolyard chums are going to be around to walk in on us anymore and make it all awkward. They're off shooting Buffy the college years or whatever it is the kids are doing these days. And the missus and I are free to throw down on the kitchen table if we want. I mean, there are no laws anymore. The kids are out of the house. Come fall, we can go outside and rut in the yard like deer if we want to. Well, I mean, tell the neighbors, call the cops, but that's probably going to happen too. Because seriously, a nude Pete running around outside is going to bring cops a calling faster than a meth lab explosion at a Dunkin' Donuts. That's just going to happen. But until they arrive, we can do whatever we want. So let's get to work. Also, let's sort by level here so that we can see Betsy and Buffy. Betsy and Buffy, the bestest of buds. That's funny because it has a lot of B's in it. You see, okay, you're right, it's not funny. I don't care. Let's do a max level dungeon. Before I do that, though, I couldn't help but notice. Did you have a disease, Mulligan? No, there was something I needed to do with Patrick Mulligan. What was it? I remember thinking he had something wrong with him. It's fucking curious. That's what it is. Yeah, curiosity killed the cat. It also gonna kill the plague doctor. Let's get rid of that shit. It's the worst thing of all time. So 1,200 of our precious gold is gonna go to fix that. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a problem, but it's not the end of the world. Also, Buffy is rocking the tapeworm diet, but you know what, Buffy? I've had enough of your fucking tapeworm. I mean, I shouldn't really pay to fix Buffy. What I should do is just fire Buffy. And you're out there going, Pete, you hate antiquarians. Why are you fix? I don't know why I do the things I do. I really don't. I understand objectively that that's a terrible idea, and yet I'm gonna do it anyway. That's the way my brain works. I can't help myself. I'm willfully stubborn and stupid. I don't know why. Trust me, I'd be a happier man if I understood what motivated me. Can we lower the cost on a blacksmith? I can't help but notice that we have a shitload of crests and whatnot. Yes, let's do that.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield.
Yeah, sharper swords, stronger shields, both things that are outstanding. We need both of those because we're going to be blowing a lot of coin here on some upgrades. I think we got to upgrade, oh man, these, when I say a lot of coin, holy shit, I am talking a lot of coin. It's 4K to upgrade somebody to rank 4, and that's not even max. So now we got to think about how we want to handle this. What if we just do everybody's weapon? I mean, even that's gonna, except for Jean Grey, who's gonna get armor. Even this is cripplingly expensive is what it is. But it has to be done, and now we're taking this team into a maximum level dungeon, and we're gonna go try and recover our losses. So let's take a look and see what's on the... Very funny, Darkest Dungeon. Very fucking funny. You give me 2, I'm all excited, and you give me two. This is it? Oh, you guys are dicks, Darkest Dungeon. You're a dick. There is a short champion mission, which is interesting. Complete 100% of room battles for 6K. I don't hate this. You guys are definitely not going, so quit your bitching down there. Betsy is all freaking. She's like, please don't send me. I'm not sending you, Betsy. And I didn't do that voice because she's a lady. I did that voice because she's a chicken shit. That's why. That's the chicken shit voice, not the scared girl voice. I mean, Victor Von Doom would have also been like, please don't send me in there, Pete. It's that voice. He kind of sounds a little bit like Mr. Bill before he got squashed by Sluggo. Most of the people watching this have no idea what that reference relates to, but feel free to Google it. It was sort of funny back in the day when Saturday Night Live was sort of funny. A medium mission has so much more gold, though. Do we have this collar? You know what the breaking thing is going to be? If we have this, we do have it, don't we? We do. You know what? So yeah, I think this mission is not worth it. Also, it is our first high-level dungeon. Maybe we should, baby steps here. Let's not have our eyes be bigger than our belly. Let's not go load up our plate for the 8th time at the buffet, waddle back to the table, and then be like, I really don't need a 5th helping of cobbler. What am I doing to myself? I don't even want this food. I should just leave. But it's such a long walk out to the car, and I'm so full. Maybe if I just finish this last plate, I'll feel good enough once it's choked down to waddle my way out of the restaurant. I shouldn't be that guy. Yeah, let's not be that guy. Let's be the guy who goes up, gets like a reasonable portion at the buffet, and is be like, yeah, I know it's all you can eat, but you know what? I think I've had enough. It's good. I don't want to die of coronary heart disease. I don't need 5 helpings of cobbler. I think I'm okay. This is definitely the team we're going with too, by the way. I mean, there's well, literally no other option because we don't have anybody else who can even go into this dungeon. So let's shed all of our trinkets, and we've got to try and equip things in the most optimal fashion. Wade Wilson, what are you going to rock here? I mean, I do like the Redemption Armlet. It's really good. I also like the Fortunate Armlet. It's also really good. I don't like the plus stress damage that gives us. Is there anything else we could do with that? Are those literally our only leper-only trinkets? Son of a bitch, I guess they are. All right, well, let's go in with the green and gray trinket then for the leper. That's fantastic. The double-edged pendant is interesting. We're definitely going to go with the bleed pendant because I love that thing. But we need something that's going to buff old Mercedes Knight here. We got to get her mechanical arm well lubed up and ready to rock. Lubed up and ready to rock. The Perfidious Pete autobiography subtitle, yeah. We don't need plus protection. We don't need plus healing. Dismas's head would not be terrible, but I don't like the extra stress damage. I don't know how stress is going to work here. What else could we do? There's got to be something better we can do. Sniper's Ring's pretty good. The Sniper's Ring is actually fantastic. Although it also comes with plus stress damage, which is less than fantastic. Or we could just give her a Warrior's Bracer. But that does give her a penalty to dodge, and dodge is sort of a shtick for a Hellion. Maybe we go for the Sun. You know what? The Sun Ring is not terrible. What if our Torchlight is a blow? Yeah, you know what? I'm cool with it. Jean Grey. Jean Grey is going to get the same shit Jean Grey always gets. We've got pretty much the Jean Grey on farm. She gets the bonus stress damage, the extra heals. We don't give a shit about her stun skills. And then we're going to give her the Tome of Holy Healing, which does take away a little bit of her HP, but really cranks up the heals and makes her a monstrous life-saving machine. And then we got old Kathy Bishop back here, who we do have. What do we usually give you, like, Medic's Greaves, right? What are you? Bullseye Bandana is pretty good. Don't really care about your dodge, because it's already kind of shitty. The bonus accuracy and crit is nice. What if we just give you a Bullseye Bandana and these Medic's Greaves? I feel pretty good with that. The Wrathful Bandana is interesting, but I don't like the penalty it has to heals. Not the penalty it has to outgoing heals. That's actually surmountable. It's the penalty to incoming heals, I think that's the problem. Alright, let's provision. We're done. This is it. We're sorted. We're grouped. We're ready to rock. We're gonna go into this dungeon. We're gonna fucking kick its ass. And, you know, I said we're ready to rock. In fact, we're gonna go in this dungeon and we're gonna give it the fucking people's elbow. That's how ready to rock we are. I'm taking 3 shovels just out of an abundance of caution. I think I'm going to take 1 of everything else. Do I want to cap out on food? This feels like the answer is yes. We take as much food as we can. I'm going to take 10 torches too. And 10 torches too. Blight and bleed damage. Ignore the enemy's protection. I was not aware of that. This is my first day in Darkest Dungeon. Thanks for finally getting around to giving me that tip 50 episodes in. You know, I always wondered from a design standpoint in a video game, do you think they could have, like, evolving tool tips? On the splash screen, on most video games, there's always some kind of, like, tip or trick. What would be the difficulty of modifying that so that, like, the more you've played the game or the further you are into it, I mean, you could just gate it behind, like, mission checkpoints or something, that the tool tips change and become, like, more creative or more, like, this is an actual tip instead of what is the same thing we've read 500 times. Would it have been like, did you know that a Hellion's Iron Swan ability has bonus damage against level 4 targets or something like that? Not that that's true, because it's absolutely not, but they could be like, did you know that the Antiquarian's ability couples really well with the dodge ability from a Hellion? See, that would be a useful tip. Anyway. Work on this, game designers. I demand it. Red Hook Studios. There you go. There's your free feedback from Perfidious Pete. Not that you're watching or listening. And you probably shouldn't be. Do I want to monkey with this troubling effigy? I mean, I should... I can't help myself. I don't want to touch it, and you know what? I'm not going to touch it. Who wants to touch this? Because I am going to touch this. Something stuck inside. We need something to get rid of the sticky sap, which I believe is anti-venom. Yeah, there we go.
Wealth beyond
Okay.
measure.
I wouldn't say it's wealth beyond measure, but 700 gold or 5. What do we get actually out of that? 1,000 gold. I wouldn't say it's beyond measure, but it definitely doesn't suck. And of course, seconds after I use my anti-venom, we of course get blighted. Fantastic.
The match is struck.
Gonna try and keep my light level as high as possible. We are wearing the sun ring. I don't like the looks of this fight at all. Oh, I'm really not happy that we surprise. I hate surprise so much. I sincerely hate it when I surprise the enemy. That was an unbelievable shot, by the way. Little ghetto Hawkeye should be like, yeah, you know what, Pete? I just saw Civil War, and I gotta say, they brought back Jeremy Renner, and Hawkeye, every bit as badass as he was in Avengers 2. People gave him a lot of shit. They were like, oh, Hawkeye, he's a turd. What's he got to do? He's just a guy with a bow and arrow. How's he supposed to fight a rampaging elder god? And then they were like, oh, you know what? Yeah, Hawkeye's pretty badass, actually. I have misunderstood and totally underestimated the amazingment of Hawkeye. Avengers 2 really taught me a lesson, and then Civil War, like, they brought it back and sort of reinforced the lesson. Hawkeye's all about the heart of that team, man.
Terrible assault.
Confusion Spores really sucks for us, especially when it does this to our lineup. That's very bad. How do we undo this? Do I want to just pile the hate on this Corrupted Giant? What's your protection like, Corrupted Giant? You apparently don't have any, so you know what? I'm just going to try and rain damage on you. Actually, you have some damage, clearly. Yeah, Jean Grey is taking a little blight damage. She's marked as well. Probably going to get smacked by a tree branch, I have a feeling. You're going to just back the hell up here. Here comes the tree branch smackdown. See, this is what I was worried about on the surprise. Holy shit, death's door in a single blow, and it wasn't even a critical. Holy fucking crap, that was... Okay. I mean, that hurt. We cannot lie. That one left a fucking mark. That guy hits like a goddamn train. He hits like a wrecking ball. He hits like a Miley Cyrus is what he hits like. Meanwhile, Catherine Bishop's gonna have to devote all her time to try and get us back into the fight, because that really wrecked us up good. Mercedes Knight, I think, did put fatal damage on our fungus friend. Yeah, he's done. So here comes some poison spores. Much better than the confusion spores and a hell of a lot better than tree branch smackdown. Jean Grey, please patch yourself back up. On the plus side, Jean can almost completely heal herself in a single hit, so she's got that going for her. Let's get a mark on here and see if Catherine Bishop can't maybe put a critical in this chump stain. Or just soften him up for Wade Wilson a bit. Here comes the tree branch smackdown. See, now, this is the kind of thing Deadpool can stand. This is why we have Deadpool. He can take that sort of aggression. Deadpool, he can take your punishment. You can't kill Deadpool. He's already dead. What's dead can never die. This is, this is the chief lesson that Game of Thrones has to teach us. What is dead may never die. You know what? I'm gonna forego this. I really want this giant dead. He just hits too goddamn hard. We can have Wade heal himself a little bit. Then I think we'll probably have old Jean throw the AoE heal. Man, another tree branch. Unfucking believable. That was a 60-point... Well, Jean Grey is holding it down in the heal department. I mean, she is undoing the majority of the unbelievable damage this guy is cranking out. Holy shit. Mercedes Knight went from unscathed to just fucking almost dead in an instant. Okay, that blight is gonna suck because it's critical. Yeah, that's actually 20 damage worth of blight right there. So, we're gonna do this. I cannot have 20 damage worth of blight and bleed on myself. It's simply unacceptable. Please kill this giant. God damn it, Ghetto Hawkeye. Here I'm just talking up about, oh, how Hawkeye's not as bad as everybody thinks. And then you just go and prove that you're just a dumbass with a bow. You make me tired, Kathy. You make me tired. So 2 of our troopers are already, have the mortality debuff here. Yeah, that's not good. What does that do again? Slight penalty to accuracy. Penalty to damage, which sucks. Bonus stress damage and penalty to speed. Actually, all of those things are bad. Well, Mercedes Knight's going to throw that in the fountain. She at least gets some of her stress damage back, which I guess is something. What's our goal here? Complete 100% of room battles. I'm going to chance that this room does not have a fight in it, and I'm going to risk skipping it.
A victim to the spreading
For a short dungeon, Man, we got a really, really rough start with that giant draw or this high-level dungeon we are just not prepared for. We do have level 3 armor, which could be why we're taking such catastrophic damage. Also, let's put our party back in perfect order here. It's unlikely we're going to get hit by another confusion spores. Although we... Oh, Harry Nashers, I hate.
Death waits.
Okay.
For the slightest lapse.
How much of a bleed is that? A lot. Answer it.
A hand's breadth from
We cannot be in this dun. This shit just hits too goddamn hard. We're also... Well, you're dead then. There's no way you're going to survive all of this with that kind of bleed. You have 7 points of bleed damage on you. I can get you off death's door, but you're just going to go right back. Yep, see, there we go.
facing the abyss.
Well, you got to get rid of this. We cannot have you bleeding and also on death's door. And now we've got to heal. We've done no damage to the enemy. All we've done is fucking tread water. And fantastic, Wade Wilson got double dodged. That's exactly what we needed. It would be nice if we could go through one of these without getting critical like 6 times. Trying to give Jean Grey rabies. Here comes the old skull toss. This guy is critical both. Okay. Yeah, it's done. No, it's fine. Fine. That's unimaginable, unstoppable criticals. I guess that's just his thing. Catherine Bishop's gonna get rid of her stun. She's not on death's door yet, but I think yet is definitely the operative word there. It's only a matter of time. Well, you've got to try and heal Ghetto Hawkeye, which, man, Jean Grey has been doing a fantastic job on the heals. Full credit to Jean Grey. She's the only thing keeping us in this. Somebody finally took a shot at Deadpool and gave him rabies, which, you know what? Yes, please, all of the rabies. We also are going to have very serious stress problems coming out of this as well. You know, I don't want to take another rabid rush from this dog. As much as I would have preferred to have that 20 damage on the howling jackass back here, who's going to give us 8 trillion fucking stress. Please mark him. The stress really is a bit of a problem. I mean, we're in heart attack territory and we cannot camp, and also this is not a room battle, this is a hallway battle. We need AoE heals. I kind of feel like the AoE heal has sort of outlived its usefulness at this point. It does not scale as well as it seems like it needs to scale. First time that guy has thrown an attack that didn't critical. Speaking of criticals, that was a good shot, but I really can't help but feel like the critical advantage is very heavily in favor of Team Monster here. We gotta go for a big heal. Mercedes Knight is just too banged up. Everybody is too banged up. 8 damage and a kill, 1,100 gold. We're getting a lot of heirlooms. We got that going for us. I mean, there's plenty of heirlooms to be had, but we gotta eat some food here. A bit of a nosh for you, bit of a nosh for you. I'm thinking maybe that early giant draw with the insta-crit tree branch smackdown bullshit may really have porked us. Yeah, this room is empty. Scouting is very useful. I really would have preferred to have seen what's in that room, if I'm gonna be fully honest, but didn't get a chance. Oh, come on, Wade Wilson, don't do something stupid here. Of course it's the sparkle of coin, it's a chest. What's going on here? Oh, there are valuables inside. Well, I mean, valuables? This is how you know Deadpool is maybe a little off of his nut. He's like, oh, hey, look, I found some fucking old trinkets in this box. These are clearly, I mean, somebody has left treasures behind. People are like, Deadpool treasure? He's like, yeah, this is the greatest shit of all time.
The way is lit.
Merc with the mouth loves, you know, like centuries old tokens of family and crests. He's like, be like, oh, what's your family crest? Oh, wow, you have your own, anointed by the queen herself. Amazing. I am not going to mess with an old tree. We cannot risk having something negative go wrong here. We're already so far behind the 8 ball on this mission, it's not even funny.
Cruel machinations.
Also, we are not making anywhere near as much cash as I would like. The team is meshing pretty well together, though. I give them full credit here. We do not have to go this way, and we're not going to. You've got to be kidding me. Backtracking hall battle? Gonna play it like that, huh, Darkest Dungeon? Nah, that's fine. That's how you want to do it. That's what you feel is a reasonable way to behave. I mean, your mother and I are very disappointed in you, and that 20 stress really sucks a big old fat veiny penis.
Quickly the tide turns.
More criticals? Why are the monsters criticaling the ever-loving shit out of us? We're getting ripped apart by criticals. You're tearing this family apart with your criticals. Can't you see, son? Fuck me.
Body and brain.
Every shot from Team Enemy is a critical, and we are in maximum light here. And we're still getting, you're tearing your mother and I, but you're tearing us apart, son. I think we'd go for the AoE heal. Just to try and undo one tick of the bleed damage, then we hope Wade Wilson can get some good work in. Alright, those guys are basically one hue from death. These guys are going to stack so much bleed on Mercedes Knight. She's bleeding 3 around for 4 rounds. Our bleed did not kill that man, and if... Fuck you and your stress attack, you piece of garbage. Yeah, Catherine Bishop's afflicted. She's paranoid.
The walls close in.
Which of you bumped my arm? I didn't think that said bumped for a second there. I thought she was like, which of you humped my arm? And our bleed is out of control now. 6, that's a 24-point bleed. That's a lot of blood coming out of you. You have a 24-point bleed. That's most of your blood. Thanks for missing a stress unit there, Kathy B. That's solid work. Solid work. So we got to get rid of that bleed, because that's way too much incoming damage. Wade, could you finish these guys off? Well, I mean, yeah, close-ish. We have to heal Mercedes Knight. I mean, somebody's going to rip that bionic arm right off of her body and beat her to death with it if we don't fix that. This guy is still alive. Nothing but 22 damage stress attacks at the same target over and over and over, huh? I mean, that's totally fucking fair. Especially considering this fight should not have existed. I mean, yeah, that's a thing. It's gonna cost all of the money that we made in this dungeon just to heal Kathy Bishop, who went insane and shot a corpse. I guess she's Sugar from Starship Troopers suddenly. She's like, yeah, ain't much to look at when you scrape them off of your boot. And you'd be like, you know, that other guy could have been dead, Sugar, if you hadn't wasted all your ammo pummeling a fucking corpse. I'm just saying. Maybe it's not the best idea ever. So is this just like Heirloom Town? Is that how this works? You get shit for money and bad rewards, but heirlooms just fall out of the sky? Shadows, they wait in ambush. Could you please shut your mouth, Catherine Bishop? I know we have to backtrack a lot, and that this is what I deserve for skipping what I definitely should not have skipped. Just look in the old tree. Sometimes a tree is just a tree. You know what? Baudelaire also said that only God can make a tree too. So I mean, think about that. If we're gonna throw out pithy bon mots, let's get in. Let's go full steam here. Only God can make a tree. Don't think I'm all well-read or either. I don't read French poetry. I like poetry, but not particularly French poetry, mostly because I don't speak French, so reading a translation of a French poem is... Reading a translation of a poem in another language is not really the same, so you'll forgive me. The only reason I know that Baudelaire quote is actually because that's a line from Groundhog Day. So, don't think I'm erudite or witty or anything. I saw a movie once and remembered something that Bill Murray said. Basically the foundation of our current education system, really. It's more about knowing the movies of Bill Murray than really anything else. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, to say what you want, the level 5 dungeons do not fuck around, man. At least it wasn't a critical. I mean, yeah, we're bleeding, and we're gonna be on death's door. Oh, we dodged! Okay, what are you gonna do instead of what you need to do? You're gonna give everybody a fuckload of stress. Well, I mean, okay, sure. Did you maybe kill a dog or set one of those dogs up so that Wade could kill it? We have got to get rid of this bleed. Now we're gonna see if Jean Grey can patch us up and take us away so that the next hit doesn't immediately put us on death's door, but honestly, I'm not sanguine about our chances. The heal is nice. So really, once again, we're getting to the point where I've come to realize that stress management is actually vastly more important than health management. Damage is surmountable, and the damage monsters do, although getting hit for 60 in a swing seems pretty fucking lame, but still, stress, this is a short mission, and look how much stress we have accrued. We have one person who's already completely freaked the shit out. This is a short mission. A short mission. Short. I don't know if we've got just drastically unlucky, but We had basically 0 stress when we came into this short, again, gonna say it again because it merits repeating. When we came into this short mission, none of these people had stress. None. And when we walk out, every single one of them is going to need stress relief, and we will also have made like $6. So I'm thinking like high-level missions until we have maximum rank gear are just gonna be out of reach, sort of. Or possibly it's maybe just that we got, I don't know, maybe we got a little unlucky. We ran into a whole bunch of stress units back to back to back to back, so there is that. Well, Catherine Bishop accidentally did something useful. 15 damage from good old Deadpool there is going to help. We're going to go for the AoE heal. Little Divine Comfort. Our skills are also a little bit lower level than they should be. We're rocking mostly level 3 skills. Maybe we're a little maybe we're just a little undergunned. Maybe I'm overreacting, but the stress really does seem like it's out of absolute fucking control. Because look, oh, there you go. How's that? That's 50 aggregate stress. Now we have somebody else who's afflicted. Fantastic. Mercedes Knight is hopeless. Well, I mean, you know, it sort of at this point is kind of hopeless. There is no hope at all. You're not wrong. Just punch this man. He has 4 hit points left, and he's bleeding 3 of them away. No, that's fine. Just keep giving everyone else stress. That's what we needed. Alright, we gotta get rid of some shit here. We need to keep 5 food, because I think somebody has a tapeworm, and I don't want to have to get a bunch of stress for not being able to eat. Use that bandage. We're keeping the other bandage. The medicinal herb. Does somebody have a debuff here? Get rid of that debuff. We don't need even more stress damage. I want this gold, and I'm not leaving until it's mine. What do I want to get rid of is the question. I mean, we have, what, 1,000, 750, 2 full stacks. We got a ton of crest, which I kind of want to hang on to. I think the key is probably the least useful thing. And we're going to leave the crest. 3 full stacks of crest, I feel like, is probably enough fucking crests. Well, we're not going to need this shovel, so we may as well use it. Let's dig a grave. Sometimes grave digging pays off. You know, I find that most of the time grave digging pays off. I mean, when does grave digging not pay off? If you dig up a grave, at the worst, you're going to be up a corpse. Don't take that the wrong way when I say you're going to be up a corpse. I didn't mean that sexually. I don't mean like you're going to be inside of a... That's not what I meant. I meant you're going to, like, have a net gain of up to, and a minimum of, theoretically, at least 1 corpse. Well, somebody's probably going to die here because this tree branch smackdown corrupted every single person. Oh, Jean Grey is focused. We actually got a virtue. I can't believe it. We always knew Jean Grey was a virtuous girl. Great shot, Ghetto Hawkeye. I'm actually not convinced we have a chance of coming out of this alive. I sort of don't like our chances here. Yeah, could you... God, you know what I would really like for them to do? Is turn down the frequency of battle chance while you are either afflicted or having a virtue. It would be very nice to just tone that shit down. If you want to assign me the stress and have people do negative things because they're being an asshole because they're freaked out, that's fine. Do that. Just don't make them kill my time by talking, and this really sucks. Fuck you. I hate being afflicted. I may run away. Will you do it now? I can't try again, huh? Well, I guess I'll adrenaline rush then, because if nothing else, it at least heals us for 3. Alright, Wade. Well, I mean, somebody's doing their damn job. Thank you, Deadpool. You are the only mercenary I can trust. Here comes a rabid rush and more bleeding. And Mercedes Knight is bleeding. I'm sure she'll refuse to be healed or something, but she can, on the plus side, fix herself. Please kill these dogs, Wade. Thank you. Now we just have to chew through 1 trillion health of Giant, who can hit us for 800 in a go. Yeah, see, there you go.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Oh, great. And Deadpool is bleeding, too. Okay, so we would love to have somebody fix him. Like, say, Kathy. Okay, Ghetto Hawkeye, thank you for patching up Deadpool. That was nice of you. I appreciate it. Let's make a glorious end, then, if nothing else. I can give everybody else stress for no fucking reason. You marked yourself? I mean, if you can hit the enemy at this point, that's really all I want. Just do something. Back up one. We need Jean Grey's heals because somebody's going to get hit for 90 in a second. And we're going to need Jean Grey to patch that shit up. So we've got to get her back in a position where she can throw the big heal because the AoE heal ain't getting it done. More aggregate stress for the team, which, you know, the stress is also piling up on Perfidious Pete as well. I don't know if I'm in heart attack territory yet, but I'm not a healthy man. Just shoot him. We need damage. Back up, please. He's just gonna confusion spores again. Yeah, I know you're at death's door, Wade, but it's your turn and you can fix that shit yourself, so why don't you go ahead and do that? We got no damage that turn either, so I mean, just again, I understand we're not making headway. These giants really are kind of a massive dick monster. I mean, actually, I've seen some massive dick monsters that I think I would prefer to fight. I would rather watch a little tentacle porn action than maybe tangle with this guy. He is bleeding for 9 per round for 2 rounds. And then he hits us for 700,000. And, okay, Wade Wilson is also afflicted now. Yeah, that's great. Except he's courageous. Watch, now he'll get a go again and he'll drop dead. He'll be, like, courageous for a split second and then die. Not on my fucking watch, says Perfidious Pete. Which is good, because that's almost exactly certainly how that shit would have panned out. All we're doing is sitting around fucking treading water getting stressed. We are not gaining ground here. The only person who's shooting this guy lately is Catherine Bishop. And this guy, I don't want to say this, but he way out damages us. He's doing 34 damage a fucking swing here. This guy's got our number in the damage department. Okay, the dodge is fantastic. That's exactly what we needed. Well, at least nobody's bleeding anymore. Yes, give everybody more stress, because there's nothing we need right now more than we need more pointless stress that we already can't afford to fix. No, go back in your right spot. We're gonna need big heals, and still, Kathy B, the only person doing anything at all to irritate this giant. She keeps plugging away at him with her little crossbow from the back rank. Yes, yes, Grace has given you, let it pass to you. You want to give everybody some stress relief there? I don't know, give some kind of buff. Bonus accuracy and critical. Well, I'll take it. That's actually really good, Jean Grey. So maybe the trick in high-level dungeons is, since it doesn't appear like there's going to be any way to sort of mitigate your stress, is to just try and get as much plus virtue chance as possible. So that when your heroes get afflicted, and I say when because, I mean, it looks like it's maybe sort of inevitable, but when it happens, they don't wind up afflicted. They get a bonus. We did get a lot of gold for that. Anybody bleeding? No? Well, throw this bandage on the floor. Who else has a debuff? None that medicinal herbs can get rid of. Yeah, I'm going to open this chest, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Also, fuck this dungeon forever. Of course it's trapped. Why wouldn't it be? Nothing inside? Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. This is a goddamn nightmare. So we learned a very valuable lesson in that we are definitely not fucking prepared for maximum level dungeons, because that whipped our ass. And not just a little. I mean, it sort of made a mockery out of us. That was our best team right there. Those were our go-to guys. Jean Grey, Mercedes Knight, I mean, sure, she's just some dumbass with a bionic arm and has no real superpowers, but she's got Moxie, man, and like Doreen Green, the Squirrel Girl, she's been making it work, and this time she went out and her Moxie was just like, finally she faced a foe she had no business facing off against, and saw what happens, or what should happen at least, anytime that occurs. It'd be like, yeah, what did he do? Oh, he took Squirrel Girl out there and she fought Terrax, and he just fucking stomped her into a grease spot on the fucking pavement. That's what happened to Mercedes Knight. She'd be like, Mercedes Knight, you got any business at all fighting the Hulk? No, he just picked me up and squished me like a fucking overripe grape. So we're winded, fast healer, and we got hysterical blindness. Fantastic. So this is going to cost 1 billion credits to heal. Slow reflex. Are we just going to get overwhelmingly we're just going to get okay, so it's all punishment for completing the dungeon then. So the maximum rank dungeons, Jean Grey, by the way, making legend. It seems like maximum rank dungeons are going to be just financially pointless.
In time, you will know the tragic.
So Buffy got rid of her ennui, cured her tapeworm. Patrick Mulligan is no longer curious. Jean Grey's a friggin' legend now, which I think gives us a tick on a deal, does it not? Roster goals. Where's, yeah, raise a Vestal to resolve rank 6. Sweet, we did that. That's the thing we did. So how much gold is it going to cost to cure Mercedes Knight? I'm going to guess, like, a lot. She also has the worries and hysterical plus 30% stress damage. Well, that's fantastic. That's a great thing to have. All right, well, let's take you in here and see how much this costs. Yeah, like most of the cash that we made. That's great, because we also still have to fix Mercedes Knight's affliction, so she's gonna need stress relief too. I mean, we gotta get rid of that. Rabies and the worries is, I mean, we can't have that. Plus 30% stress damage in what is already a massively stressful environment. It's just not gonna work, and it's gonna be a long damn time before Wade Wilson and Jean Grey are going back into a dungeon. So no need to buy them stress relief. I think we can just sit back and sort of let it naturally occur. It's going to be at least 2 weeks before they get anything, because Kathy Bishop and Mercedes Knight are going to need that long before they could even possibly consider going back in a dungeon. Anything but that. No worries, Kathy B. Why don't you're going to go little disease treatment, then you're going to get some stress relief, and then you're probably just going to get to sit on your ass for about a month while some of the other team goes and does a little heavy lifting. I had hoped we might be able to engineer like a positive cash flow out of that, but it seems like high-level dungeons are going to be just not conducive to actually generating cash. They cost money, they don't make money. Which means we're going to have a high turnover rate, because I'm going to have to just start firing a bunch of people, or taking them into rank 5 dungeons and letting them die. Would I prefer to be fire them or be killing them? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, you know, the death thing does have the added advantage of not forcing me, Perfidious Pete, to have to interact with them. Stagecoach, you know what? Yeah, I'd take a Stagecoach network upgrade. That seems fine. But think about this. I mean, I don't have to have that awkward meeting where I'd be like, you know, I'm sorry, Dr. Doom, but, well, you know, business has been slow here in the 3rd fiscal quarter, and I'm afraid we're going to have to let you go, buddy. I mean, I'm sorry. I know you get a family to feed, and that people of Latveria are really sort of counting on you. And you know, I wish things could be different between us. But just you know, for the company, just financially, it doesn't make sense for us to keep you on staff. And Doom's, but I've been a loyal employee for nigh 40 years. And you'll be like, I know, Doom, and I'm sorry, I have to let you go, buddy. I wish things were different. See, if he's dead, I don't have to have that fucking conversation. I can just be like, hey, Doom got turned into a grease spot. Somebody get a squeegee and scrape him off the floor. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for dead. All right, well, there's a nice little, this little playlet, by the way, brought to you by Perfidious Pete. That's my Oscar bid for this year, the Lamentations of Doom, as he, you know, tries to get forced into an early retirement, and it's great. If you enjoyed that ridiculous ensemble performance, you might consider dropping a like down in the comment section, I guess, or possibly subscribing if you want to see more lunatic rants on a regular basis, because, you know, I'm easily distracted. Right now, though, I'm just going to regret having gone into a dungeon. Although Jean Grey does have the fancy shield now, so, I mean, that's something. But, yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Not in a maximum rank dungeon anytime soon, but we'll see you again soon.